This is Suzanne Wagner, and I'm doing the astrology for October 2024. As we move towards the ghouls and ghosts, it is clear that we are in a place of endings. We feel the cosmos begin to speed up as we hurtle towards the end of 2024. Situations and circumstances are going to nudge us assertively along. October starts off with a bang. That is because we have a solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd, and a new direction is going to show up, and many things we have been waiting for finally shift and begin to unravel the complex patterns of attachment and fear. Waves are increasing, storms are clearly churning up the winds, and we are in the middle of trying to find balance. What it will be clear is that we cannot do everything. We might wish we can split ourselves into two people to get it all done, but that will be impossible. The middle of this month is going to test us in ways that we cannot possibly fathom. To say this is the month for the weird and the wacky is the understatement. Rest will be a priority, and we will need to grasp those pauses when they rarely show up because our options are going to be limited. October 1st. The Sun will conjunct Mercury. The light of the balanced Libra Sun straightens out the confusion of the previous Mercury retrograde, and we may find ourselves letting go of a lot of discord and conflicts that have plagued us for many years. The truths shower understanding on us, and we discover that all of the pieces are beginning to fit into place. It will feel as if weight is coming off our shoulders, and we feel lighter as the clarity of understanding seeps into the dark crevices of our wounded self. October 2nd, the big Libra eclipse. This moment heralds us falling into a burning ring of fire. We have been being pulled down, down, down to make the flames rise higher. Yes, I know, I am playing off the famous song by the great Johnny Cash, but it works for us for what is coming this month. Eclipses activate what needs to be sparked and activated. This is a day that setting an intention is going to help tremendously if you know that this change is not just wanted, but needed. October 9th. The Jupiter retrograde. Uranus is at the end degrees of Taurus, and now Jupiter is going retrograde in Gemini. While it won't back into Taurus, it is going to shift our focus and priorities around siblings and bring new levels of communication in that cause healing and trust. What will become clear are all the angles around the truth and lies, the spiritual seekers and the material hoarders, and finding a way to outsmart the situation that we have awoken to. We clearly cannot fall into any forms of complacency, and clarity will come with being willing to take on the responsibilities that really are ours in the first place. The question becomes, can we love someone and not trust them? Of course. We live in a world of duality, and our human side can make some very bad mistakes and cause us grief decades later as those truths come out. Under this retrograde, getting the details aligned are going to be important and are going to bring more harmony into us by finally accepting the facts of where we gave responsibilities to those that were not really trustworthy. October 11th. Pluto comes out of retrograde and in the dark underworld of Capricorn and begins to move back towards the progressive sign of Aquarius. While it will not go into Aquarius until November 19th, we at least will feel the shift and the turn beginning to happen. There is a huge ending looming on a multitude of levels. Peace begins to settle into a new place, and we reflect on how much has changed in a short period of time. October 12th. The Sun will square to Mars. Many things have been building up, and we are noticing that the boiling tension is stretching us to our limit. The Sun in Libra is going to square Mars in Cancer, and that is a lot to figure out on how to hold. Emotions seem to want to lash out, and notice if you want to snap at certain people. It is a great day to go for a long run or exercise those demons out. Things will only temporarily feel better tomorrow because this astrology is not remotely done with us. October 13th through 15th, the Sun will trine Jupiter, Mercury will square Pluto, Venus will oppose Uranus, and Venus will trine Neptune. If that sounds like a lot to deal with and too much to process, you are not wrong. Emotionally, you can feel all over the place. Clearly, this energy building up to the full moon on October 17th is pulling us under some tremendous emotional pressure. Expect aggressive people to do anything and everything to throw others off balance and into states of confusion. The best way to navigate this energy is to know that if you trust the flow, you will find a way through and realize that you are actually exactly where you want to be. Expect some very intense conversations with others and know it is the perfect moment to have them. You can feel easily confused, overwhelmed, uncertain, and fragmented because of trying to make various parts of ourselves make sense out of what is happening. October 17th, the Aries full moon. Know that aggression will be on the rise. Know that many will feel pushed to do unexpected things, and they will regret them later if they do. Too many warriors will cause to intend conflict and to make others feel as if they know better and that they are going to get what they want regardless of the consequences. Something is coming to a head. October 17th, also, Venus goes into Sagittarius. This is a powerful moment that can impact the United States in many ways. This effect will last through the 19th. Remember what is of greatest importance to you. Know your priorities. October 22nd, the sun goes into Scorpio. We shift into the Halloween sign of Scorpio and we begin to feel the darkness encroaching and our sensitivity increasing. As the world cools off, our instincts are to go more inward. This is a powerful time for deep contemplation and looking for things with a very different eye. We plan on secrets moving through us and out into the world. Things move into a need-to-know basis, and most just no longer need to know what is going on, or they are incapable of understanding where we are not currently standing. October 22nd, the sun will square to Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio, and this is a strong reminder that everything in this life is temporary and transitory. Nothing will ever remain the same. We learn to shift and evolve those moments with this cycle, and that gives us an ability to go inward to places that were untouched and that felt alone. We are going into a very new zone, and with this change comes amazing breakthroughs and spiritual awakenings. October 28th, Venus will square to Saturn. This is a day where we are to make some very big decisions, and it's clear that we can no longer delay. Things will have to be done. This is quite encouraging because it is time, and we know it. And finally, October 30th, Mercury will oppose Uranus. Everything is drastically up-leveling. There is so much to do that we will have a hard time wrapping our minds around all of it. But this day feels like a high that is filled with possibilities without the caffeine rush. We are to clear out the old and to bring in the new. Have a great month.